Greetings! Skill Incarnate bringing you all the latest indie gaming goodness. Welcome back as we look at another indie game. This time we're checking out Flesh Made Fear. This game was developed by Tainted Pact, who worked on the survival horror game Suffer the Night, and is published by Assemble Entertainment. These guys created one of my favourite detective games of all time, Lacuna, a Sci Fi Noir Adventure, which I've also reviewed. Flesh Made Fear is a throwback to the golden age of survival horror. We're talking Resident Evil and Silent Hill. It features tank controls, fixed camera angles, brutal difficulty, and it's really one of the reasons why I got into indie games in the first place. This, in my opinion, is a hidden gem, and if you're a fan of old school survival horror, an absolute must play. The atmosphere is so thick you can cut it with a knife, and I absolutely love it. So, we are going to jump into the dark horror world of Flesh Made Fear. Flesh Made Fear is a slow burner. The game gradually ramps up the terror and fear, and it works perfectly. Now I wanted to show you one of my favourite parts of the game. The story goes that we are a special forces team deployed to Rotwood to hunt down a serial killer called the Ripper. Now the Ripper has killed almost the entire town, and we're next. We got attacked on our way into town, we've been separated, and we have very little supplies. I've made it to this motel, and my goal is to try and make it to the centre of town, reunite with my team, and find a way to escape. Now as you can see, the town has gradually turned into a living hell. The name Rotwood is pretty accurate. As you can see, this place is rotting from the inside out. Now I have a key to one of the adjoining rooms, room 102. We're going to head in there and take a look. And it appears we are too late for this poor soul, who has performed brain surgery with a shotgun. We're going to take it because we need it more than him. We've got a key to one of the rooms, as well as a note giving us an idea on why he did what he did. The static won't shut up. It got in, crawled through my ears, laid eggs behind my eyes. I can hear it moving. I'll dig it out. I'll dig the noise out one way or another. So we can see the threat is not just physical, it is mental. The town has turned on itself. Most of the citizens either removed themselves or they tore each other apart. Now I'm going to load up this shoddy because we're going to need it. We've been found. They followed us to the motel. Now that incredibly loud sound is one of the game's few bugs. The sound effects for some of the weapons is very, very loud, particularly the pump action shotgun, which will blow your eardrums out. So what I'm doing now is trying to separate out some of these creatures, see if I can isolate a few and pick them off with a knife. Now those who've played Resident Evil probably asking, why am I not just running away? Well, zombies in this game, or any creatures, can follow you. So it's not uncommon for you to get a bunch of these creatures following you into a room. So I've got to kill all of them. If I don't, they will wait outside the room and tear me apart. Okay, so I'm just going to wait. That zombie trailing at the back is prime for a knifing. As you can see, there's a bit of a pattern here. Line them up. Yeah, unfortunately, they will bug out if they get stuck in a wall or something, and they can hit you and you can't hit them. There's a couple of little visual bugs in the game, couple of little issues. It's not huge, but can be a bit annoying sometimes, because I'm trying to lure a few of them over to come party. You, my friend, are next. We're getting there. I don't have a lot of ammo because we've got a boss coming up, and oh boy, he's a unit. He is an absolute unit. Okay, so the goal is we just want to try and keep luring them, get them to follow us. Nice try, boyo. That's another one. Slow going, but we'll get there. The first time I played this, I actually ignored the zombies. I ran into one of the rooms in a terror, and they promptly followed me in there and tore me apart. So you can't ignore these guys. They've got to be. In some cases you can run away, but in most cases you are going to have to fight them. You've got no choice. So I'm going to. I probably will have to shoot a few of these guys, but. Oh, look at that. No, keep going. Yes, that's it. No, come this way. Come this way. That's it. Like lambs to the slaughter. I got to this part of the game, I ran out of ammo. And yeah, it didn't end well for me. This is actually my second run. Try and see if I can... I want to take some hits here. Oh, yes. Let's go. I reckon we can get them all with the knife. You can run out of ammo. I did run out of ammo on my first run, so that was... yeah, that was great. I got to the police station, and then there's a boss in the police station. And if you don't have a ton of ammo, you are not going to be able to fight him. You got no hope. So I'm just going to try and separate the last few of these guys. They're really tightly packed though, so I think I've kind of lured all I can. The rest are going to have to... I'm going to have to blast them. Maybe we use this. Yep, okay. Alright, well, I mean, we done really well. Yeah, a couple of scratches. I'll live. Look at that. Perfection. Okay, so now we have to go to room 101. And there we go, there's a blood bag. I'm going to hang on to that because we will most likely need to heal ourselves in the very near future. And a key to room 103. This puzzle, we're going to need an item in room 103, so we're going to go get that now. And this is what happened to the townsfolk. If you have a look, you can see there are people fused with these masses of flesh, and of course the answer is to stick a hand into it. Galaxy brain. I can't decide if our protagonist is just insane or he has some sort of crazy immunity to whatever this infection is. Maybe a little bit of both. Okay, so now we use the diamonds, and we now have access to a puzzle which is color based. There's often colors and directions in this game. So here, this one is talking about colors. So blood is of course red. Then we talk about floods, which of course, if it was a flood of water, it would be blue. Then we talk about life, which is the color of trees, green. And then the last one's pretty easy, gold, also known as a yellowy color. Boom. Now that's probably my only complaint with the game, apart from some of the sound bugs, is that the puzzles are a little on the easy side. If you played any of the Resident Evil games, you're gonna bust through it pretty quick. Actually, before we go, I'm going to head back and I'm going to empty up. I've got some gear on me. We have a very small inventory, so I'm going to drop off my items in universal storage, so we don't need paraffin wax. We won't need the shoddy ammo. Famous last words. We got 6 rounds. The shotgun's kind of a last resort weapon. You want to try and rely on your pistol as much as you can. Shells are very rare. In fact, you will need to find a ammo crafting kit to get most of your shotgun ammo, but honestly I never found more than a handful of shells at a time, which is why I hung on to all this ammo. So let's use our medallion. Again, if you can't solve this puzzle, I'd be a bit worried. We just simply have to get the lion head in the right alignment. Oops. There we go. Now I'm going to need the hole puncher. And I'm going to want to reload because time to face Bubonic Boy. I think his name is the Bubonic Behemoth, but I've just been calling him Wart Boy because he kind of looks like he's got a bunch of warts on his head. The enemy design in this game is pretty top notch too. I like it. Okay, so let's soften him up. Now he's going to absolutely wreck us if he hits us with those claws. I do have healing supplies on me in the form of the blood bag, but okay, he's going to hit me no matter what, so I've just got to... Yeah, see? You can't really dodge it, but... I mean, I've got a healing bag in case I need it, so... Not too concerned. I'm going to use that now, though. He can nearly one-shot you, so... Ouch, as you can see. Because I took the wrong direction. It's okay. Let's reload. I'm going to take a hit. Okay, same deal again. Soften him up with a gun. Don't get hit. Because we used our only healing supplies. So we're gonna make this quick. Whew. Down to 2 bullets. And with that, the first boss is defeated. But there's more where that came from. So we're going to have a bit of a look around, see if there's anything else I can pick up. I mean, ammo would be nice, but... That's okay. I do have one bullet. We literally had 3 rounds left. I mean, I could have pulled the shotgun out, but that was cutting it fine. Okay, so now we've got what these are the Ripper's diaries we need to reach inside these creatures for and hopefully get the combination right so I don't lose an arm. Ah, like so. Messed that up. As you can see, luckily I've got a bit of health, so I'd like to get this get this done without. It's like under a second. Yeah, see. Okay, concentrate, lock in. D A S A. There we go. Onto the diner.
Do you hear that? The music, the rhythm of Rotwood's rebirth. Every note, every scream in perfect harmony. You and your squad think you're hunting me. I've already dissected your intentions. One of you already came to greet me. What's his name? Cole. Yes. Brave soul. You took down my bubonic behemoth. One of my more ambitious creations. All bile and blade. A real crowd pleaser. But let's not dwell on your small victory. Let me be the first to properly welcome you to Rotwood, a town reborn. I've riddled the streets and halls with tests of the mind and flesh. The perfect playground for my creation. I bid you adieu, Agent. For now, good luck with your mission.
Keep talking, freak. I'm coming for you.
So that was our friend the Ripper. And his undoing is that he doesn't see us as much of a threat. He's too busy grandstanding to understand that we are slowly building an arsenal. Very slowly. So we've got some ammo. We're going to reload. I'm going to grab what I can. I always wonder all these horror games, if they took place in Australia, would be very short. Very short game. Without any means to defend ourselves, we'd very, very rapidly become extinct. Again, let's head over to the next safe room. More paraffin wax. Bandages, I need those. We'll take them with us. Oop, and hole puncher ammo, very nice. So what I'm going to need to do is we'll put away the wax. I will take the crafting ammo kit, which I picked up earlier on. And I'll take that hammer. And then we will craft ourselves some Glock ammo. Beautiful. Okay, so now all we have to do is crack open the back of the diner with our hammer. Then we need to remove this creature, which you absolutely do not want to engage in close range. You will get thoroughly destroyed. But he's just going to sit there and get shot in the face. Now here we have the key to our next puzzle. I'm just going to check if there's anything we can pick up. I could really use some more healing. More importantly, some more bullets. Now here, this clue, what's important is the direction. So you can see here we have south, descend where sinners sleep, east where fires rise and weep, north where frost bites through the chest, west where silence grants you rest. So what we're looking at, what's important here is south, east, north, and west. Now this one took me a couple of minutes to figure out. It's not rocket science, but you do need to keep an eye, and I have. My brain has just forgotten those directions, so I'm going to go back and have another look. I'm going to stop gas bagging and remember, south, east, north, west. Okay, so we'll get that set up now. South, number 1. East, number 2. North, number 3. And west, number 4. There we go. We now have a way out of the diner and into the police station. Good stuff. No ammo here? No. This here is Bill, our squad leader.
Jack, barely. Some creature blindsided us. The squad scattered and now something's jamming the radios. I can't reach anyone.
You mean the walk-in butcher shop with blade arms?
That'll be the one.
I ran into it too. It won't be bothering us anymore.
Yeah, he's a squad leader, but it seems like in most games where I'm the protagonist, I'm doing all the heavy lifting.
Tough bastard, but clearly not as tough as you. I've got a feeling this place is crawling with worse.
The hell is this town?
A trap. Sheriff's department's just beyond that wall, but the main gate's erect. I can lift you. Wires torn up top.
Now the station is our next destination, full of weapons and ammo.
You sure?
You're fast, Jack. Get in. Find some answers. I'll find the squad.
Alright, let's do this.
Stay sharp, Jack. And watch your back.
Now, unfortunately, we can't use Bill's gun, at least at this point. A Colt 1911 would have been a more preferable choice to the Glock. Not that this gun doesn't have its merits, but I prefer a little bit more stopping power when I'm up against Eldritch abominations. Maybe like Resident Evil, after completion, and we get all of the collectibles, I can use some of the other squad members' guns. So some of them prefer automatics, some of them use shotguns. Most of the guns that the squad uses you can get your hands on, or something very similar. Nothing there. Oh, what's this in the dumpster? Crafting kit, nice. I mean, once I get some actual gunpowder, we can start to use that. I can always put it in storage for later, like I did with the last kit I found. Come on, Mr. Zombie. We're up against a few of these bad boys, so I'm going to be... Oh, how'd you get me? That's alright, I'm still kicking. Okay, we've got a pack of them up ahead. But I want to check down here because I think we're going to have a blood bag. Very nice, I'll take that. It might be a good time to top up my health. Seeing as I have 2 healing items, it's probably a safe bet. We can use one. Okay, so we've got a bit of a horde here. I don't think I'll be able to fight all of them, but what I am going to do is Pied Piper them as many as I can. If I can pick some off, I shall. No, I can't. We'll lead him over here. Sometimes I get stuck on items. I reckon I can hit this guy as he comes out. Yep. You can kind of use objects as a natural buffer. Get them to separate out. I don't need to kill all of them, I just want to thin out the herd enough to make it through. I mean, killing all of them would be preferable because I don't want to leave any items behind. Very nice. That's what we like to see. Oh, there's one by himself over there. Beautiful, we're working our way through them. We nearly got them all. Yeah, I'm pretty dinged up, even with a bandage. That's what happens when you try and fight a bunch of zombies with nothing but a knife. The results speak for themselves, though. I've got plenty of hole puncher ammo, and we're up against the next section of creatures. I'm not going to be able to do this anymore. More dangerous creatures that we're going to need guns. Big guns. Thankfully, a police station's a really good spot to find said guns. No point in taking any chances now. Beautiful. So it took a few more hits than I would like, but we still have we still got plenty of healing supplies. I just want to be thorough, see if there's anything else I can take. There's a bunch of pop culture references here too, to The Walking Dead and other zombie media. You'll find many of them in the police station. It's a gigantic throwback to Resident Evil. Here we go. What's this? Speaking of which, we've now got a very healthy ammo supply. We're set up well for the second half of the game. And we've finally made it to the police station. More bullets. And storage where we can finally offload our extra items. I'm going to hang on to the blood bag for the moment. We may need it because we're not in the best of shape. But I'm going to leave it here because the next section of the game is almost twice as long as the current one we've done today. And I'd like to see what people think. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Do you like the game? Are you going to give it a try? I recommend the game for anyone who has played any of the classic survival horror games like Resident Evil and Silent Hill. Absolutely love this game, and I think the only thing that I'm waiting for is a sequel. So rest assured, if there is a sequel to the game, I'll absolutely cover it. I'd like to give a big thank you to the developers and publishers for the opportunity to have a look at the game. Let me know if you want to see a part 2, because this game is a fantastic candidate for me to do a part 2. I'm even thinking of doing a full playthrough on my Twitch channel. If that's something you're interested in, let me know. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and hopefully you'll join me next time when we check out another indie game. Until then, Skill Incarnate, out.